Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday, y'all. Welcome to LRGA Curves. Make sure you smash that like button and smash the subscribe button on your way in. Make sure you ring my bell. Ring my bell. All right? Because that way you'll get notified next time I upload videos and you'll get the notification. But you usually have to click the all because YouTube be trimming. So anyway, and then you can become part of this beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here in the YouTube streets. How are y'all this excellent Saturday? It's the 9th day of the last month of the year, and we are here to talk about it. Okay. I'm just like, how can I get now wait, I have to get this graphic right because I want us to talk to the graphic the way I see the people do. Let's see. I think I have to make another one, but we're here to discuss Real Housewives of Miami. Let's see. Everything we say is allegedly, and we're going to be doing Real Housewives of Miami, and that's because Larsa has gas. She needs to get that checked out, people. I'm not sure what Mark is going through. Marcus is over there. And I'm not sure what Mark is going through. No worries, Sebastian, whenever you get here. But I'm not sure what Marcus is going through dealing with the amount of gas that Larsa has. Okay? Because she realizes that we're like literally on a show and that we can see her, right? Like there's the 8th housewife is famous for making people look like the liars they are. You know what I mean? And they always make the liar who says they're not a liar. Well, yeah, they usually prove that that person's a liar. And the 8th housewife is super janky because she will also prove who's the fakest, right? So we have Larsa Pippen, who is Fakey McFakerson, and what's happening? Oh, I don't know. Mine is fine. I don't know what's going on over there, but yeah. So Larsa is crazy, you guys. Like we literally have a camera. We've literally watched you act and say and do all the things that you've said and acted and done. But she literally is like, oh, they don't see me. Nobody can see me. What does she think? She has on an invisibility cloak from Harry Potter? No, bitch. I'm the only one with the Harry Potter's invisibility cloak. We saw you. Now, you guys didn't see me, but we saw Larsa. Okay. Oh, awesome. What are you doing to your hair? Are you just washing? I washed mine this morning. Remember that used to be the excuse girls gave to boys when they asked them for a date. What are you doing Friday night? Oh, washing my hair. What are you doing Saturday night? Drying my hair. What are you doing Sunday night? Curling my hair. That means the answer is no. Okay. But yeah, we multitask these days. So my hair is drying right now. And but I washed it the same day that it's drying. Anyway, thanks for being here, Shaby. Thanks for being here, Sebastian. Like I was saying. So yeah, we're about to get at Larsa because I love Gertie. You know, I'm about melanated excellence. I love Gertie. And Gertie is under attack, you guys. Gertie's under attack. Can you guys still hear me when I talk this? Oh, it's Oh, it just keeps showing it for 1 second. I have to make it longer. Okay. I know what to do, you guys. I know what to do. Now, let me just duplicate this. Oh, no. We're duplicating only. So, yeah, we got to talk about it because Larsa acts like Kiki doesn't know what she's talking about, and we know for a fact Kiki knows what she's talking about. And then she wants to always act like Gertie doesn't know what she's talking about. Larsa acts like she's the smartest person in the room. And that's not great usually. Let's see if this goes better. I'm making this into a little video for us so we could talk with it, download, and then I can bring it in a different way. But yeah, okay, let's see. So I know that Sebastian's going to come up later, and I'm going to go ahead and get this video file ready for us to just talk with. I can already use it. There. And it's basically just this. This is the freaking thumbnail. And I did a lot of little graphics on it. You can see I made Larsa have gas because that's the topic today. Is that Larsa I smell, or is it just regular gas? I think it's both, because Larsa is full of gas and she likes gas lighting. I don't think the ladies are safe around her. That's a combustible situation. Combustible. Yes. So the episode this week was really cute. It was the Fuck Cancer Party that Julia was going to be singing at. And, she went and learned opera. She went and learned opera so that her wife, Martina Navratilova, look, I said it right, you guys, Martina Navratilova, she had 2 cancers and she beat them both. And she loves opera. And as a way of celebrating her being cured of cancer, they decided, they as in her and oh wait, just a second. I'm going to go up to my studio, you guys. Just a minute. Nope, you're staying down here, out of that place. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's the rest of yours. No, that's where you always are. Wait just a second, you guys. Son's trying to make me multitask. Okay, you guys, there I am. I'm back. So we're going to go upstairs to the studio because I was finishing decorating the tree while I was in my class today. I'm in this Next Level Academy. Yeah, Neon. Yeah, see, I can't be in here either because Neon will start talking to you, trying to tell you how full of gas Larsa is too. Okay, let's go upstairs to the studio. On my phone? I hope so. Okay, so it was really cute because Julia was so excited, but she was also on the way to take Adriana to get in a K-hole. You guys know what K-holes are? So there's this, it's a cat tranquilizer, ketamine, and veterinarians use it to tranquilize cats or somebody, one of the animals. And I guess a veterinarian also had a drug problem or needed some tranquilizing and tried the drug out on themselves and found out that they were high from taking the cat tranquilizer called ketamine, and community they call it Special K. And the one thing about Special K is that you feel great. You feel fabulous. Oh my God, you never felt so good and happy. It's like this happiness. Oh my gosh, so freaking happy. Like the amount of happy that you get at the beginning of a special K ride is like Christmas, a million Christmas mornings, that kind of happy with all the gifts you wanted, that kind of happy. But then you get very unhappy and you kind of spin. They literally call it the spins, and you kind of spin into a K-hole. Okay, so what a K-hole is where you're the opposite of a million Christmases with everything you want, and you are unhappy and nothing ever got to you, and you're wondering why you're here. That's the K-hole. So I didn't know too many K-hole heads. You know, your girl LRGA Curves used to party in San Francisco. So I've seen a lot of people. Yep. And all the K heads that I knew, that was just like it was a trend. I didn't know anybody like that was their favorite thing to do, all because the K hole was so unbearable. Okay. So Adriana, the poor tortured soul that she is, the tragedy that is Adriana, bless her heart, the tragedy that is Adriana, man, she has been through so much. She feels so alone, and she is. Like, she literally came to this country by herself, right? She came here with nothing. She got married. The man seemed cool. She has a kid. She was with that guy for a very long time. But now she's older. She's alone. The wedding that we saw the first time on Real Housewives of Miami didn't work out. And when she was first introduced to us on Real Housewives of Miami, Marisol and Alexia were both her very dear girlfriends, her good Sallies. They were all in the mix. They were as close as possible so that they could be good friends to her. But then something happened. I'm not real sure. I'm not exactly sure. They know what happened. We don't. We still trying to figure out. And Alexia seems to be trying to figure it out too. Because she's like, I don't understand. You girls used to be my friends. And now, you know, the only time Alexia is nice to Adriana is when Marisol the Bruja is not around. Because I feel like Marisol, as fun as she is at a party with her cockies, I feel like Marisol might be a Bruja. And even if she is, that's her boat to float. I love burning a good candle every now and again. Look, hey, a lot of indigenous cultures, we have a connection to the source in another way, you know? This is the first season of Miami that you've watched. You really? How have you been liking it so far, Shay B? How have you been liking it so far? So you didn't know this little backstory. So Alexia, the one that's married to Todd the Gringo, who made that weird 9-minute video of apology with chocolates to Nicole's and her lawyer husband because he was talking way out of pocket because the 8th housewife got in his ear. And she used to be very good friends with Adriana, but you wouldn't know it. You would not know it from this season. They hardly are in the same room together. And even though Julia was doing her opera performance this episode at Adriana's house, there was a little thing where Adriana didn't want Alexia or Marisol in her house because the way they've been treating her the last couple of years. And even though she was being treated like that, she got over it for her friend Julia because it was about Julia and Martina Navratilova. It's not about Adriana and her, I don't know why these girls don't like me thing going on with the girls. So they just wanted to get together and say, fuck cancer, right? Fuck cancer. Yeah, it's okay. I'm glad. Yeah, you should like it. You should like it. It's better than some of the like Real Housewives of Potomac. Don't even watch it. Just watch this instead. No, I don't know what you feel like watching, girl. Um, so okay, so Adriana needed a ride to the doctor's appointment. And the doctor's appointment was gonna be a K-hole. I guess there's some kind of treatment in Miami. Leave it to Miami. Because remember last season they started the scene off with Alexia and the other girl going to get skinny shots, but the shots weren't Ozempic, Weegaboy, or semaglutide. Yeah, right. I think it's called semaglutide. Anyway, their doctor was all just talking about, oh yeah, I put some herbs together, and Alexia was like, I feel great, I look great, and that's what they were using. I was like, it's called Ozempic. But the guy swore it's just vitamins. But yeah, leave it to freaking Florida to be able to have a doctor that will give you Special K, the cat tranquilizer for animals, in a controlled environment, in an effort to help you have an emotional breakthrough and live a better life. Now, Adriana did mention that the sessions, it takes like as many as 6 sessions to get it good and going. This was her first session she was sharing with us, and we literally watched what happens when you're on Special K. Now, you don't usually get eye covers and warm socks. And then that's the other thing. What kind of doctor gives you a shot of something and doesn't even clean the area before they give you a shot, you guys? Did you notice that that doctor gave Adriana her shot of Special K through her stockings? Now, for one, that little prick could make a run in those nice stockings she had on. And for 2, that means you did not put alcohol there first, ma'am. And for 3, couldn't a fiber or something have gotten in the tip of the needle and you shot that into my bloodstream? I'm not sure that was safe, you guys. I'm not sure I would continue to go to that person if they're not even cleaning the area first. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not normal. Look, that's not normal. And we didn't need to see the actual needle puncture her stocking like that. Like, we would have believed the scene with or without it. So I'm not sure why they felt like showing me something else that I need to question. Because it's making me question the whole quackery of going to a Special K-hole doctor. Like, does she need a license for that? Or does she just need to know a veterinarian? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is this exactly regulated? So was the lady a veterinarian treating this human based off of her height and weight? Or was he some kind of psychotherapist that has used this? I just don't understand. And I'm not sure that I would try it, only because the after effects of a K-hole can, like, yeah, it can take you someplace. Because sometimes the hole is that the depression part, or not the depression, but the unhappiness that comes from Special K can last longer than the million Christmases feeling. And that's why it's a hole. It's hard to climb out of, you guys. They didn't say the Special K freaking, what's something less than a hole? They didn't say the Special K trip, like you trip and you get back up. They didn't say the Special K slip, like you slip and you fall and you get back up. They said the Special K hole. Okay, that's a hole. Anyway, I'm just giving you guys some education on the Special K stuff and just some more Florida. That's some Florida man shit right there. But I hope it works for her, because Adriana, like I said, she feels like a tortured soul. She feels very alone. And I love that her music career, though, is taking off in her late age. At least she has that. And I wish she could find like some type of happiness that was mutable and tangible to us as viewers, because she does feel very lonely. She does, even though I love Adriana. So, okay. So, on the way to the K-hole, Julia just had to shut the conversation down because of course, Adriana wanted it to be all about her. And if Julia isn't mad at everybody if Julia isn't mad at everybody Adriana's mad at, then Adriana gets her butt hurt feelings again and then she manipulates. I feel like Adriana does some manipulation with Julia. Like, you're my friend, you're my only friend kind of feeling vibe. And so you two are with them and not with me, because Julia was trying to make a relationship with Alexia ever since they had so much fun on the water slides last year when Marisol, the Bruja, had COVID, remember? And they had a great time on the water slide until Marisol got there. So this year, Adriana was trying to be like kind of, well, these women hurt me and you just want to be with her and you're taking their side. And I'm like, look, lady, I'm sure you're almost 50. Are you still using words like you're taking their side and being serious about this? That could be why the other ladies don't want to hang out with you, because that's tiring and draining. It becomes kind of like an energy vampire, emotional freaking manipulation, hijacking stuff going on. And nobody needs that, Adriana. So I hope you heal. And but Julia was like, no, and was honest. I'm just trying to have a relationship with these ladies. Like, can I just have a relationship with them too? And finally just was like, fine, you're right, Adriana. They get to the special K-hole place. Adriana goes, oh my gosh, she has this mask on. She's like laughing and she's like, I feel so happy. And she's like, oh, she's reaching at stuff that's not there. And she's hugging herself and she's, oh, it's excellent. And then the K-hole started. Then she starts crying, you guys, sobbing. But the lady who gave her the shot wasn't in there. The only person in there was Julia. And Julia was like, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to interrupt. I mean, this is therapy. But the lady was crying so bad that Julia gets up and takes her tissue and is holding her hand when the lady who administered the shot finally comes back in and is like, oh, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? And she was like, oh, well, I was just visiting with my dad. And she's like, well, did you feel the peace that your dad felt? She's like, yeah, actually I did. And the lady was like, oh, well, you focus on the peace that you felt even when you were sad, and you'll be able to connect to that later when you have these same type of sad thoughts. I'm like, okay, I see the logic in that, but there's still a K-hole. So that was her first of many treatments. Then they go on to the scene of Kiki and Gertie and Marisol met for lunch. Is that what happened? Well, that's the one I feel like talking about. No. Lisa. Okay, well, you guys know from last week that Lisa put 10 on it. And when she went back to Larsa and tried to make it seem like Gertie was yelling at her about finding out that Larsa had told her condition to the other ladies, that she specifically asked Larsa not to repeat. And Larsa was like, oh, no, I would never. And then she's like, oh, well, I could tell TMZ. So there was a whole conversation about it, how it needed to be confidential, about how, she was going to keep it and da-da-da. And then 8th housewife, 6 hours later, Larsa's filling the room with gas, telling everybody, people who don't even know Gertie, except for from TV, telling them that Gertie has cancer. Gertie has cancer. And it wasn't like, oh my God, let's pray for Gertie's healing. Gertie has cancer. It wasn't like, oh my God, Gertie's children. Oh my God, Gertie's husband. It was none of that. It was just for gossip, because she probably knew those people didn't feel like being at that poop party for Marcus. That's what I call it, the poop party for Marcus. Because anytime a whole grown man goes away for 5 days and you have a party for him, it's the equivalent for having a party for a grown man who just went poop by himself. It's not necessary and it's over the top. That's what I think. Anyway. What's good, Kimberly? Right? That part, right? Like, who has a party for a grown man doing grown man business? That's so weird. Like he was literally taking care of his businesses. When she gives him a party when he comes home. I'm like all about supporting your man and everything, but it's just the thirst is so real, Larsa. The thirst is so real. It's like you're gassing him up, just gassing his head up to make him feel like he's way cuter than he is, that he's way better than he is, that he's way everything more than he is, because you're just gassing him up, Larsa. You're just gassing him up. And so this is another one of her gassy things that she does to people. She does fake adoration, fake adoration, fake. And the reason I decided to go with this picture of Larsa that you can see right here with all the gas around her, like the freaking Bebe's kids and the, Pigpen. That's who she reminds me of. Pigpen's grown-up girlfriend. That's how much gas I put around her. Anyway, it's to show how fake she is. Like she's like started the season mad at Gertie for calling out how fake she is. And this is what we're dealing with, because the real Larsa used to look like this. And she probably still feels like this in a way. And that could be why she treats people the way she does and does the things that she does, because maybe she's high-key insecure. Because, when you have body dysmorphia to the point where you'll lop things off and change them and cut them and swell them and Botox them and plump them, all beyond recognition, then that's a sign of body dysmorphia, you guys. And as a person with body dysmorphia, let me tell you, it's very disruptive, very disruptive. So, and it does leach into other aspects of our personality, because our minds are interesting, aren't they? Like, so you have body dysmorphia. You think you're skinny, but you're fat. You think you're fat, but you're skinny. You think you're light, but you're dark. You think your hair could be straighter. You think your nose is too big. Like all these little things, you see them as ugly. That's the dysmorphia. And other people see them as normal. Hey, everybody has a flaw or whatever. So yeah, it's over plastic surgery. What's good, Auntie? And so yes, over plastic surgery. And so I feel like it comes from, like, I don't know anybody, I've never heard the story of somebody who's like, oh, I'm a 10. Let me go get some plastic surgery. I've never heard the story that's, oh, I love myself so much. Let me go change everything about what God did for this. Never have I ever. It's only high-key insecure people. I just found, no way, right on. Thank you for coming over today. Thank you. Welcome to LRGA Curves. We talk about a lot of different things over here. Today, we're doing a recap of Real Housewives of Miami. And we're getting into the gas that Larsa Pippen has. And yeah, because she acts like she's not on a show, Auntie. She acts like there's no cameras around that can rewind and love to rewind on somebody that's lying in our face. So we're about to get into it. Thanks for being here, though. I hope you smash that like button and smash the subscribe button on your way in. Ring that bell. Okay, so then, where was I? Marisol. Yeah, Marisol. So Marisol was at this lunch with Gertie and Kiki. And Kiki looks good when she gets some, you guys. Kiki looks good when she gets some. She literally was glowing. And Kiki always is glowing, but she looks so good. She sat down at that table. They're like, oh, you look good. She said, oh, I had some good stuff last night and in the morning. It was hilarious. It was a cute little talk. And Gertie came in looking like $1 million freaking bucks. I swear, cancer never looked so good. She is amazing, trooper, strong woman. And she always represents, you could tell she is very into her fashion. That's one thing about Miami. Gertie, Kiki, I feel like they're the most fashionable, Gertie and Kiki. I feel like Lisa looks like a stripper. Larsa looks like a stripper. Alexia looks like an old stripper. And Marisol looks like an auntie. but not like you, auntie, like an auntie, like an older auntie, like an older auntie. And who else is on here? Nicole. Love Nicole. She's a fashionista too. Adriana, you know what? I do like Adriana's, she's kind of like measured in her looks, and I like her vibe. I like her aesthetic. And Julia, I love that Julia will put on a ruffle hem skirt and a white shirt with a belt, and that's her vibe. I love it. She's just very like, she can wear anything. But that's what happens when you used to be a supermodel. Anyway, yeah, she was glowing. Yes. And she was like, they sat down and Gertie tells Marisol how Larsa told the other ladies how she had cancer after she had asked them not to tell. And the other ladies, they did a flashback to how it happened. They did a flashback to Larsa telling right after she promised not to. And then Gertie starts getting upset. And they're telling Gertie, well, specifically Marisol, which is really interesting. Because I did not like, during the scene, a number of people decided to, what's the word? I don't even know the right word for it. Tried to diminish. They tried to diminish the damaging effects of what Larsa has done by betraying Gertie's confidence and using her for a storyline, which is all she did. Because if Larsa's fake butt was so interesting, she should have had a million things to talk about at that Marcus knows how to poop party besides Gertie's condition. You know what I mean? But because she has nothing going on, zero, zilch, I guess her feet didn't make enough money that day. I'm not sure why she decided to make this her storyline. That was disgusting. And we saw it. We saw her kind of, and she didn't even have compassion or kindness or nothing in her voice. You guys, tell me in the chat if you feel differently. Did you feel like when Larsa was repeating these things, that it was out of care and concern and compassion and love? I didn't feel like that. I felt like it was malicious gossip from a woman with a fake ass. Yeah, she's jealous of her auntie. Thank you. Thank you. She's so jealous. She's so jealous of everything Gertie has. Oh my gosh. And I did feel for her. I felt for Gertie to even have to be in this situation. Kimberly, you agree too? Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, am I being like too much? Am I being too hard on her? No, that was wrong. So when it came out to different groups, so like Gertie and Alexia talked about Larsa's betrayal, and Alexia sees how distraught Gertie is and immediately tries to diminish Larsa's betrayal, and in doing so is trying to make Gertie not own or validate her feelings of being betrayed by this gas bag. How I would have started that conversation with any friend of mine, when another one that was in the group told the business they weren't supposed to tell, I would listen to my friend, in this case Gertie, and then I would be like, that bitch did what? Oh my God, the betrayal you must feel. I would completely go to validating what you're feeling, because that's fucked up. That's what I would do and have done in the past when our friends group is doing weird shit and the gossip tree starts. Whoever asked you to not say something, that's who gets my sympathy, because that's where it starts and ends. Did you break a confidence? Yes. There's no excuse for breaking her confidence. Well, did you ask her not to say anything? That's what Alexia said. But Gertie, if Alexia was even listening, Gertie had said, I asked Larsa not to say anything, and she told all these people that I had cancer. And then Alexia's response is, oh, well, did you tell her not to say anything? Bitch, are you not listening to me either? She's like, I told her. Well, maybe you didn't. Bitch, I told her. Well, maybe, but never at any time or point of reference did Alexia or Lisa or Marisol, for that matter, did not one of them validate this woman who has cancer. It was only her story to tell. And all of them are making excuses for fake ass. That really rubbed my hides the wrong way, you guys. So then Marisol, of course, picked up the baton. Gertie's visibly upset at this lunch. I can't believe Marisol did this. I can't believe Larsa did this. And Marisol, at no time did she validate what Gertie was feeling or saying or anything. She immediately went into protection mode of Larsa at Gertie's expense, and then turned around and told Gertie, oh, don't upset yourself. You don't need to be upset. Kind of like, remember, you're sick. You don't need to be upset. It's going to make you sicker. And I say, F that. Marisol, Alexia, what's the other one? Lisa, and whoever else is being a gas-ass Larsa Pippen sympathizer should all go back to Gertie and be like, you know what? I was wrong. F her. She was wrong. You were right. Period. She needs to apologize. Period. She, Larsa's gas, should not be upsetting you, Gertie. Oh my God, she didn't even consider how this would hurt you and make you feel. You're only supposed to be trying to heal right now. Why is she so evil? What's wrong with Larsa? That's what they should have said. Who are they to tell Gertie, oh, you don't want to be upset? That's why I told that bitch not to say anything. But they always want to monitor the feelings and make you do what you need to, what they would have you do. But no, first you need to start with my validation. Then I get my compassion. And then we band together against the one who's really wrong and tell her that she better not upset Gertie again, because Gertie needs to heal. She needs to be able to ring that cancer-free bell. And you are fucking with Gertie right now by doing this to her. She doesn't need all this stuff on her mind, Larsa. Who are you? What are you? What are you thinking, Larsa? What are you doing? And then they needed to get the thing for Shake-a-Vision, even better than Shake-a-Vision. Remember in that movie Airplane when the lady was hella hysterical and wouldn't calm down, and everybody on the plane lined up to slap that bitch? Yes! That's what should have happened to Larsa. They should have just lined up and slapped her and slapped her and slapped her and slapped her. And every time she got ready to open her mouth, slap her again. And when the line ran out, everybody get back in line and slap her one more time. Tell Gertie she don't need to be upset. How about telling that lady to stop upsetting Gertie? Anyway. But Kiki was like, no, Larsa was dead wrong. Plus, Kiki got other issues with Larsa right now, talking about, I miss my friend. We used to go out all together all the time. When now you have Marcus and your fake ass is in his ass and my ass is out in the cold. And I don't know, I just want my friend. We don't even talk on the phone. Even when he's away for 4 days, Larsa. I'm literally telling you, as your so-called air quote friend, I miss you. And Larsa's like, well, she needs to get a boyfriend if she want to hang out. What kind of shit is that, you guys? She's so shallow when this man leaves her. And she tried to find a friend to hang out with. I hope to God one of them is not Kiki. I hope Kiki is booed up so tight with the real one that she don't have time for Larsa and her gas. That's what I hope. Yeah, Milo. Let's see. Okay. So then the whole time they're setting up at Adriana's house after the K-hole incident. Adriana has such a beautiful oasis. It's just so pretty in there. And I actually like the other house she had with the other dude too, that Lisa's new boyfriend bought. Talk about 6 degrees of separation. Let's grab my water. Yeah, 6 degrees of separation, huh? And so then what happened? Well, what happened next was the party planners were there. Everything was getting ready. She had to go put on her makeup. She turned her house into a beautiful lounge. I mean, that was practically Club Adriana. If she ever needs a little extra cash, she literally could just open the back of her house and have people party for some time and charge them to get in, you know. But I don't know if people do that out there. Let's see. Going back, checking these comments. No. What's this one? Okay. Lisa. What's that one say? Lisa needs to take care of her business instead of taking up for Larsa. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how did Larsa's ass become the warm place for everybody to dwell? I mean, it's big enough and everything, but it is fake, and I bet it's not that soft. I'm not sure. A lot of fake things aren't soft, you guys. I'm just saying. I tugged a lady with fake tits, and her tits hurt my tits. So, hey, sometimes things can end up hard after all the scar tissue. So, is that the safe place? Is that what the emergency system in Florida says? Seek shelter in Larsa's ass? Because Lisa is trying to get up there, y'all. Lisa is really trying to get up there. And she said her and Larsa were friends before, but Larsa wasn't really even team Lisa all these other times, unless she's being her bulldog, telling Kiki she can't talk about what she can talk about. Anyway, let's see. Don't get me started on Alexia. That's what I'm saying. They act like Larsa is the queen. I know, right? Queen of fake. Queen of nowhere, queen of no dumb instead of kingdom. She's this queen of no dumb. Larsa is mean-spirited. Oh my God, so mean. I don't know if it's from hanging out with the KKK's people over there in Calabasas. I don't know if she was like that before. I'm not sure. But, you know, she says everything like this, so she kind of feels unthreatening. She doesn't really feel as aggressive and mean as she is, because she kind of says everything like a question. So it's a little off-putting to regular schmegular people, but not me. I see through gas, okay? Yes. Larsa, one of these women, if they got a man, they leave their friends out in the cold. Hello. Yup. Marcus is going to leave. He's not staying married to her. If they actually get married, if they actually ever get married, which I think they're actually, all they're really trying to do is become a reality couple. She probably had some talk with him about how they could be the reality couple, because Kanye and Kim had a show, and you're bigger than Kanye. I mean, Marcus, your dad is Michael Jackson. So we could be like them, but we'll be like us. And I got my butt 5 centimeters around her than Kim. Plus she deflated hers recently trying to do the whitening. And yeah, so maybe that's what it is. I don't know. They must have had to talk about it though, and decided that Larsa's ass was the safest place in Florida, because they are all trying to find a place in there. I couldn't even believe it. Emma J, hello. Thanks for coming through. I know I'm on one today, you guys. I just am like, really, like, there's a camera. You did what you did. Stop trying to undo it. Take full accountability. Own it in my Lisa Rinna voice. And then let's move on for real. But you being fake, deflective, delulu isn't going to get us to the place of clarity that we need at the end, okay, Larsa? And then she's such a freaking liar manipulator. You see Marcus over there hearing and seeing everything. And then she gets back to him and she's like, always makes herself the victim. Always. Full on wrong and makes herself the victim in Marcus's eyes all the time. So she can be like, she needs him. She needs protection from these girls. No, they need protection from you and your gas, Larsa. Okay? So we get to the party. Isn't that word? Yeah. So we get to the party and the fuck cancer party. Everything's set up. Gertie walks in looking like she's at the real opera. Julia is so excited because Gertie came dressed to the nines with her beautiful husband, and he had on his white jacket. Oh, they look so good. I love them. Okay? I just love, you guys. I love, and I love that is tested, tried, and true. I don't like no fake love, Larsa. I like true love, and I can spot them a mile away. If you put Larsa and Marcus next to Gertie and her husband, who's fake and who's real, you guys? Exactly. My case is rested, okay? So as the ladies start coming into the party, somebody gets a text. And the text is that Lisa's might be running late because the police were called to her house and some other stuff was happening. Okay. In the meantime, here comes Larsa in the party, and Gertie decided to give her a hug, even though Larsa, who's the wrong one, Larsa is the person who is wrong. She's not in the right. She's incorrect. Okay? Now she's defensive, you guys. How dare you be wrong and defensive, okay? And you still haven't taken accountability and own nothing. So her confessional is, well, my plan on Gertie tonight is just to ignore her and because she's a defensive in her feelings, right? And then Gertie, the queen that she is like, my way of dealing with Larsa is to just whatever. And she was gracious and gave that fake hussy a hug. Okay? But Larsa still was trying to get stuff started later and wanted to know about why she was being tested and Gertie's a bully. Oh my gosh, that whole thing was so triggering to me. Oh my gosh, I can't. Wish Sebastian, are you still here? Sebastian, are you going to come help me with this part? Because I need your help, Sebastian. Let me see. Are you here? How's your inner thigh? Let's see. Because I did the whole show already. Sebastian had said he was coming. Let's see. Oh, wait. Somebody made a comment. Let me see what this comment is. Says I need to hide it. Oh, Bernice. Larsa can't take accountability because her brain is stuck. Her brain is stuck in her lips and she has a mentality of a 14-year-old. I love it, Bernice. Bernice says Larsa can't take accountability because her brain is stuck in her lips. And she has the mentality of a 14-year-old. Yes, a very insecure, flat-booty 14-year-old. Okay? Okay? I don't see any other comments I need to release. But yeah. Okay. So let's see. So then Gertie and Larsa finally kind of have it out because at first Gertie was like ignoring her. And then they finally have a talk later. And the talk later devolved, of course, because Larsa's deflection, Larsa must have on the Wonder Woman cuffs that make the bullets ricochet to the other person. Yeah, must make, because she had them on. Gertie's like, you told, and she's like, pew, and you didn't tell me to tell. Lie. Housewife showed it. The 8th housewife showed it. Gertie said, and I asked you not to say anything, and I most certainly told you not to say anything. Well, you were just testing me. You're a bully. And And I was just, oh my gosh. Larsa is the person. Somebody needs to do a transcript of everything Larsa has said to Gertie from the first episode of this season. And that's exactly how not to act in real life. Towards anybody, cancer or not. She gets in there, walks up to her, starts accosting her about, why am I fake? Why am I fake? Why am I fake? Why am I fake? And all anybody needs to do, Larsa, is look down, look at your lips, look at those little weird things on the side of your face. Like, did you have a facelift, or did they just put those threads in and pull you hella tight, and you get your threads tightened, and that's why it looks like you have so many freaking weird lines around your face? I'm not sure what's going on. If I was Marcus, I would be sitting across from you at dinner thinking, what the fuck? But, men will do anything with a trash bag or anything. My daddy told me one time when he was trying to tell me how men think. He told me one time, he's like, baby, be careful. He said, because a man will fuck a snake if somebody will hold the head. Did you catch that, T? A man will F a snake if somebody will hold the head. Exactly. Men don't care. They just need a place to release that stuff most of the time. You know what I'm saying? And I was young when my dad told me that, and I didn't really get it until I got a little older. And it's so true. And I never forgot it. Because a man literally will. It doesn't mean you don't need to look great. You don't need to smell great. You don't need to be great. For some men, you don't even have to be breathing. So for Larsa to think that all of this stuff that she's doing is going to keep any man she's Delulu. She's Delulu, you guys. But the zero accountability that she took with Gertie, and then she tried to leave the party, and then the other women all sat there and took up for Larsa, except for Nicole, because Nicole and Gertie are besties. And Nicole was like, no, you shouldn't have said anything. And then Gertie, she got there first. She was like, I'm ready to go. So she left before Larsa could leave. And on her way out, Larsa's whining to freaking Marcus about some nah. And the bottom line is, you're a liar. You betrayed the confidence of another woman, all for a storyline. And now you're mad and hurt. So the gaslighting, none of that's going to work. The 8th housewife blew up your spot. But luckily, Larsa, you provided the gas. Okay. So that's my review. So much. That's my review. I just really wanted to talk about how inappropriate it is for betray a person's trust and then expect that deflection and delulu and lying will get you anywhere. So that's it. Anybody have any questions or anything to add? And I guess Sebastian didn't even make it. Whatever. Because Sebastian Says comes over sometimes. But that's the show today, you guys. Thanks for being here. And thanks for spending your Saturday afternoon with me. I'll be back later, so be sure to ring my bell so that you can get the next upload, because we didn't do Real Housewives of Salt Lake City yet, did we? And I had a lot of thoughts about Monica. I'm a Monican. I made that up. Monicans are Monica fans, and I'm a mannequin. And, you know, that whole thing she did with her mom, that, you know, I honor my mother and father that my days might be long. But, hey, sometimes you got to remind your mom or dad that you're grown now and you need to establish a healthy boundary. But yeah, so I'm a mannequin, and we'll be coming back later to talk about that. Oh, right on, Auntie. And thanks for being here again. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Smash my buttons, leave a comment. And remember, there's enough to go around. You're awesome. You can have to be anything that you put your mind to. And there's still enough time left in this year of 2023 for you to reach some more goals and for you to get momentum to take you into 2024. You guys deserve it all. You are worthy. You are loved. You're awesome. See you in the next video.